Jordan Davis's father says his son was a junior at Wolfson High School and wanted to become a Marine after he graduated. Unfortunately, now that dream will never be realized. Channel 4's Kamasi Aaron spoke with Ron Davis, who says he does not want revenge.
It's amazing to hear him say that, because it's still hard for Ron Davis to think that he lost his son over music being too loud. He and Jordan had just spent Thanksgiving together, and he says his son was just out with friends spending some time at the mall. When he said goodbye, he never imagined it would be for the last time.
I had a big hole in my heart.
Ron Davis says his son, 17-year-old Jordan Davis, was his heart, and he'll never be the same now that he's gone. Police say a man shot into the SUV Jordan and his friends were riding in at this gas station, all because the music was too loud. Davis remembers waiting in the hospital to find out if his son would make it.
Your worst fears come is when the doctor comes in the room with a police officer and with the chaplain. And my heart just sank.
When they told him his son was dead, Davis couldn't believe it until he saw Jordan for himself.
And they said it's a murder investigation, so they didn't want me to touch the body. And I told them, I said, "Are you kidding?" And I hugged my son and I kissed my son on the forehead.
Ron Davis had just seen his son alive hours before then. Jordan was heading to the mall with friends.
I told him that I loved him and that, hey, have a great time at the mall, and I'll see you when I get back from work. He said, "Okay, Dad, take care, have a great day."
Now it's that memory and ones from this Thanksgiving, the last they had together, that he'll cherish. And despite his loss, Davis says he wants no revenge on the man police say took his son's life.
If the person can look in my face one time and tell me why, that'll be enough for me. I don't believe a life for a life, because taking that person's life is not going to bring my son back.
Ron Davis says he now wants to start a foundation on behalf of his son Jordan to try to encourage young people to live positive lives. Adrian.
Very controversial allegations of lingering racism within our society, the so-called do not. All right. Mr. President, can I ask you about this current case in Florida? Very controversial allegations of lingering racism within our society, the so-called stand your ground law, and the justice in that. Can you comment on the Trayvon case?
Well, I'm the head of the executive branch, and the Attorney General reports to me, so I've got to be careful about my statements to make sure that we're not impairing any investigation that's taking place right now. But obviously, this is a tragedy. I can only imagine what these parents are going through. And when I think about this boy, I think about my own kids. And I think every parent in America should be able to understand why it is absolutely imperative that we investigate every aspect of this, and that everybody pulls together, federal, state, and local, to figure out exactly how this tragedy happened. So I'm glad that not only is the Justice Department looking into it, I understand now that the governor of the state of Florida has formed a task force to investigate what's taking place. I think all of us have to do some soul searching to figure out how does something like this happen. And that means that we examine the laws and the context for what happened, as well as the specifics of the incident. But my main message is to the parents of Trayvon Martin. If I had a son, he'd look like Trayvon. And, I think they are right to expect that all of us, as Americans, are going to take this with the seriousness it deserves, and that we're going to get to the bottom of exactly what happened. All right.